my works for many years have been involved with the woman as a central component. Because I've been married for 49 years to a beautiful person, Janice, and I had a great mom. And so I've always had that desire to use either the woman itself or something symbolic, something that would be a catalyst for me making my work. My involvement with Brandywine started, I think it was around 95 maybe. And John Biggers had just made a print. And he came back and he said to me, Floyd, why haven't you made a print up in Brandywine? And I said, I don't know. He said, well, you should apply. He said, you know the guy who's over it. I said, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna get in it. so I submitted my application, and I was awarded an opportunity to be, I think, for 2 weeks. And it was the first print that I had done since college, and so it was a great experience, especially because it was a new, different kind of medium. We were not working on a plate or stone. We were working on mylar. And Alan was great assisting me and giving me ideas on how to approach my concept. The experience at Brandywine was indeed a pleasure because I had not been in Philadelphia for many years. And to have that couple of weeks of just concentration on creating work without any disturbance, that was a great opportunity for me, and a pleasure, indeed a pleasure. These are acrylics, oil, all kinds of objects like a can, crayons. You can see that woman there. There's a portrait of a woman, and that's painted very realistic. So I still have that skill to create realism, but if you look at this section right here in the middle, there's a woman. This is very abstract, but this particular piece is more realistic. So I just enjoy, making works that have a lot of color, a lot of freedom of creating form, but also embedded in some of these works are transparencies. Like in that piece there's some transparencies there. I do a lot of work in the community. I have a nickname. I'm called an ass because I'm an artist social servant. And I can't separate my art from being a social servant. And so I was doing a ministry called foot washing that my church was involved with, Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church here in Houston. And there was this one person named Billy. And Billy, although he was homeless, he could dress so fantastic. And in that composition, in the middle of it, there's this guy with a red hat and a red coat. And that's Billy. And he inspired me to do that work. But embedded in that work are little things about Jim Crow, which has come back. We call it Jim Esquire now, maybe. I believe in family. I have a beautiful son and daughter who I'm quite proud of. My son lives in Hong Kong and works for himself with artificial intelligence and robotics. And my daughter is in Brooklyn, New York. She's a producer and art coordinator. And of course, I got my great wife, who's a professor at University of Houston, Clear Lake in library science. But so all of my experiences are somewhat embedded in my work. I kind of sometimes tell stories, and it may be several stories in one work. And it allows because of the complexity and because it's so free, it allows the viewer, you to come up with your own story about my work. I don't like just being so direct that there's only one message, but I like messages being invented or realized with the experience that you would have when you have an encounter with my work.